have the responsibility to ensure those ideals are upheld and to protect the reputation of this organization whenever concerns are brought forward. Unfortunately, after reviewing information that has recently been brought to my attention, I've determined that formal action is required in a matter involving one of our own members. Some of you may recall that in 2014, a special tribunal of the Rotary Club of Independence was convened involving Mr. Brad Speaks. At that time, Mr. Speaks faced numerous charges related to repeated and excessive acts of community service, generosity, and ongoing violations of the principle known as service above self. Witnesses testified, evidence was presented, and after deliberation, Mr. Speaks was found guilty of being what was officially described as a serial do-gooder. He was sentenced to pay a substantial financial penalty, which club records indicate was in fact paid, and on time. However, while reviewing the archived case, I discovered what appears to be a serious procedural issue. It's come to my attention Mr. Speaks failed to complete the terms of his probationary period, and he actually continued to his overt acts of generosity and served as presenting sponsor for multiple Rotary Mardi Gras events, most recently in 2025 when he donated $50,000 to benefit the Music Arts Institute. Based on this willful act of contempt for the club's previous ruling, I have no choice but to reopen this case. Knowing Mr. Speaks would be here today, I have asked newly appointed Sergeant-at-Arms Mike Thompson to assist me in these proceedings.
Brad Speaks, please stand. And come to the front of the room.
Ray is spelled R-E-I-G-N, by the way.
Not when it's raining.
Not when it's raining money.
Mr. Speaks, you are hereby charged with continued and ongoing acts of community leadership, excessive generosity.
It's not always like this, you guys.
And repeated encouragement of others to place service above self. You have the right to remain inspirational. Anything you say may be used to recruit additional volunteers. You have the right to an attorney, although frankly few lawyers will defend these kinds of acts of generosity and selflessness.
This is an outrage.
After weighing all of the evidence and considering all charges against you, finds you guilty. There's no defense. You don't even get to mount one because there's no defense for what you have done. And under Rotary Statute 6.7 of our bylaws regarding probationary violations, this court imposes an additional fine of $5,000.
You gotta be kidding me.
And being that this last violation of serving as presenting sponsor of Mardi Gras was to benefit MAI, I order this amount to be paid immediately to the Music Arts Institute. May God continue to have mercy on your soul.
There's no way you're digging through the files and just I've accidentally discovered that I didn't complete the probationary period. Somebody turned me in. Could it be Celeste, who's an MAI board member? Could it be Wendy Baird, who's the program director? More likely, the head honcho over here, Ron Clemens, would have been the guilty party. Couldn't have been these two ladies. They weren't in the club in 2014. Ron was. It could have been one. Then I thought, who's the most obvious person to have turned me in? It's me. What would a serial do-gooder have done to once again do some good thing in the community for the benefit of all and the greater good and for kids? And so I took this up when several people have said, whatever you do, Brad, don't come to Rotary. Luke's on a chair. If you look at they've even got graphics up here. But when I think about, what we do in our community, the allocation of resources, allocation of resources is like it's a symbol, it's a vote for the things that you think are important. And money by itself, never important, but what you do with that money can make a tremendous difference in the lives of people. So one of the things I like about our club and about Rotary International is the principles of service above self are to put the needs of the group above our own, and to consistently step forwards to look for ways to make a difference with our assets, whatever they are. And sometimes it's volunteer hours, sometimes it's wisdom and talent, you've got some skills that a group might need, sometimes it's treasure, you've got money that you can donate. This club has consistently, and in all fairness, there's a bunch of people in this room that have done every bit of what I've done to get their own round of applause. Greatest philanthropists and independents are in this club. And together we've made a difference to our community, and we'll continue to do that as long as we're all still breathing. So God bless you all.